Hey, here we go. Welcome in, everybody. How we doing? Friday night under lights. Scenes we love to see. Let's just make sure everything's working so I don't Joey it like we did last week. Da-da-da. How is everybody? Oh, that's good, isn't it? There we go. What are we saying? Welcome in, one and all. If you're new here, don't forget, of course, smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button as well. Why not? When in Rome, eh? Do as the Romans do. We're loving having you all around. It's amazing. We've got a poll running as well. Who's going to win this one? Harlequins or Bristol? Do let us know in the old poll. Let us know what you think. Jesus Christ, like a disco at the Stoop this evening. They got the lights, LED lights flashing. Far cry for them old halogen sticks that you used to, well, that you see at grassroots clubs these days. Anyway, let's get on to some team news, shall we? Let's have a little look at who's in the squads tonight. So we'll go over Harlequins first. We'll go through the starting 15. Thank you to Rugby Kickoff for the info. Rugbykickoff.com, where you can get all of your rugby needs fulfilled. Tell you where all the fixtures are, what channel they're on, who's playing. It's bloody marvellous website. Anyway, on to the Quins. So, up front for the Quins in the front row, we've got Marla in at loosehead, Jack Walker in at hooker, and Simon Carrod is at tight head. In the second row is Matt Simmons and Dino Lamb. In the back row, Tom Lauday, Jack Kenningham, and Alex Dombrandt make up your back row this evening. On to the backs. The big man himself, Danny Kerr, with Tommaso Allen, are your halfback partnerships. On the blindside wing, we've got Caden Murley. Into the centres, we've got Esterhusen and Marchant. Star-studded Harlequins squad tonight, isn't it? On the open side wing, we've got Linnag. And Green is the fullback. On to the Bristol Bearbacks. In the front row, we've got Yam Thomas, Jake Kerr, and Kyle Sinclair. Into the second row, we've got Joe Joyce and Chris Vui. Onto the back row, we've got in a blind side, we've got Harding, Heenan on the open side, and Luatawa at 8. Onto the backs for the Bristol Bearbacks. Harry Randall and Callum Sheedy are your halfback partnerships. Nathan, you play for Dunstablians. I do, mate. I do. Welcome in, buddy. Where were we? Yeah, blindside winger is Purdy. Into the centres, we've got Sam Bedlow, Pierce O'Connor. Open side wing, we've got Adeloken, and Piatow is your fullback. Sorry, Nathan, I was looking at a different screen, and I don't think I was very timely with your comment, but I got there in the end. So there we go. Who do you play for then? I'm guessing you're a local lad if you recognise the Dunstablian logo, because I don't think it says it too prominently anywhere. Right, here they come then. They're running out onto the pitch. Here come the Harlequins. Bristol are already out in the field. First time these two teams have met since the Prem final. And all BT are talking about are the absolute fireworks that are about to ensue. So we can't wait for that. Let's get your ball tracking up. And wow. What a spectacle they have made. They've spent a fortune There's been an absolute fortune on setting up this game. We've got fireworks, we've got fireballs. Wayne Barnes is the man in the middle, with Hamish Smalls, Simon Harding as the assistants, and Carl Dixon is in the truck TMO. There you go. 2 of you have voted on the old poll as well, and it's 50-50 split. Undecided yet who's going to win this game. It's going to be a humdinger. Looking forward to it. Kickoff any second now. Ball tracking does get a little bit ahead of us if you're new here. So don't panic. We'll keep you up to date with what's going on. And here we go. We're off and running. Tommaso sends us away and Bristol take it between 10 and 22. So just a short kickoff. And Bristol just looking to carry it up this time through Bedlow. Bristol looking interesting from Pat Lam in the pre-match interview, said that a lack of effort was at fault last week. Too many players were walking, and instantly they are trying to play a much faster brand of rugby. Nathan, I live pretty close. Oh, fair dues, fair dues. Who do you play for? I'm guessing you play. I may be wrong. As the ball goes loose and to ground, and referee Wayne Barnes blows it up for the knock-on. So it'll be a Harlequins scrum. Just a minute played. And at the moment, Bristol not really making any dents in that Harlequins defence. But plenty of time yet. We are on the road, by the way, to 800 subs. We would love to get there this evening. We've got 10 more to get to hit our little target. So if you haven't subbed already and you're enjoying the content and you think, oh, go on, he's a cheeky chappy, I don't mind him, then I'd really appreciate a little tap on that sub button. Anyway, Harlequins won all 22 of their scrum feeds this season. As always, we just have a quick little reset. Every time there's go and get the packs in the warm up and just say, look, do you mind just having a quick scrum off against each other? Just let's get it out of the way, so that we don't have to reset the first one 3 times. You do it in tennis. You knock some balls back and forth to each other. Look. Bears already on their knees. Got back up, so before the ball was put in, so it's all fine. And Harlequins will go run away through Dombrandt into Care. Forward pod set up, and they'll try and drive through this Bristol bareback defence. And Green chopped early and driven back, and Bristol trying to counter-ruck and do so successfully. Holmes, though, with no options and has to carry in. And Bristol just look a little bit scatty at the minute. They're not organised just yet, as Sinclair now carries up. And Randall has seen enough and will put boot to ball. And it's gone absolutely nowhere. I think it was tipped. I think it went about 3 metres forward, and Bears retrieve. And a little chip in through Sheedy, and it's a bouncing bomb. It's going everywhere, and it's offside. I'm not sure how. And Randall goes quickly. Sheedy out to the wide wings, where Purdy is taking them down to the 22, but gets himself a little bit isolated, and Dombrandt is able to jackal over, and it's Purdy rolling, sorry. is what we've got. So we'll have a bit of that. Right then, Harlequins to clear their lines from their own 22 through the boots, and they find, I reckon, just between the 10 and a halfway line. "12 tries in the Prem final when these two met last. Hoping for another humdinger like that. Hoping for an absolute try-fest. It's absolutely packed out in at the Stoop. As that goes in, as always, never straight in the pro game, but is allowed to play on and squirts out the back of the maul, and Harlequins are able just to dive on that and eventually recycle, as Marler is asking for the ball and will receive, and has a little carry up and a bit of a leg drive, and he's eventually brought down, but only going sideways. Good hands from Esterhazen, and goes out the back, and then Green is able to find a little bit of space and open things up a little bit for the Quins, who are struggling a little bit with this Bristol blitz defence. But tackle are not rolling away, and Quins will have another penalty. Oh, there you go. Austin Healy just pointing out there that already seeing Bristol forwards walk in, and that's probably why they conceded the penalty in Harlequins 22. Right then, so we've got a Quins line out just inside the 10 of the Bearbacks, and Bristol steal that, and they tip it back, but they are able to recover and get a little bit of go forward as it squirts out of the breakdown again. As Vui tries a little step and doesn't really go anywhere, and so Sinclair will shape up, but Randall goes the other way and opens up a little bit of space, and the offload's a good one, and Randall puts boot to ball over the head of Green, and it's bouncing around, and he's able to pick it up and finds space on the far side. It's high, but it was released before any tackle was really made, and well, there we go. And who's that? Is that Green again? No, it's Liner, and it's gonna be a try for Dombrandt in the corner. Just opened up the space. Absolutely lethal from Harlequins. So much space out wide. But Wayne Barnes has just wants to have a little look at something. Oh no, the whistle had gone. It's a scrum. Wow. There we go. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Dombrandt passes the ball from the line, and the ball is picked up well in front of the line, so it will be a Bristol scrum. Joe Marler just calming a few tempered heads down out there, just saying, "Shut up, boys." Wayne Barnes is experienced enough; he knows what he's doing. Right, we've got a blood replacement. Lua on, O'Connor off. That's a 13. So 7 minutes in. There we go. Bristol won all 7 scrum frees last Friday, earning 3 penalties. There we go, and a little bit of argy-bargies between Kerr and Randall, but it's all good. As Bristol look to use a little bit of width, and it's a no-look pass that's gone to ground, but Purdy able to pick it up, and again, Purdy's down there. Sorry, it's not Purdy, it's Adalokan is rolling. New law, you can't roll. And that's twice he's been done for rolling, and it's not. It wasn't subtle. So, what action have we got this weekend? Who's playing what? So, my Colts team that I coach was supposed to be playing Watford, but Watford have folded out of the league, so that's been cancelled. And my senior team that I play for are on a rest week this week, so I've got no games this week, which is a bit alien in October, if I'm honest. But there you go. But what games are you guys playing, if you're playing, or what games are you going to watch? As that Harlequins go short side off the line out, and they're in the 5 channel, and Dombrandt just pulled short, maybe 2 or 3 metres. It's another high tackle from Bristol. It wasn't Dombrandt, it was somebody else. Dombrandt was the victim of a high tackle, but it's going to be a 5 metre penalty to Harlequins. Right, we're going to have a scrum. It was Walker that went short side, sorry. Anyway, we've got a scrum, nonetheless. Right, so we're just setting up this this scrum, so we'll see how that goes. And Danny Kerr will get ready to put this in. And it's a penalty for Bristol. And everybody's really excited. Let's put it that way. Kerrod has collapsed it. So big cheers for, who's that for? Jan Thomas. Let's have another look at it. Yeah. Kerrod just gets himself a little bit awkwardly positioned, and then his hand slides underneath, and as soon as he loses his bind, he's gone and collapses. Interesting. Marler and Sinclair having a few heated words, and Bristol kick downfield after going wide. Green carries up into contact. Now Lauday looking for the offload, but it's not on, so he just holds on to it. Oh, great offload from Lamb. Finds an extra couple of metres, and now they can find the edge of this Bristol defence. It's a 2-on-1. It's Dombrandt. It's too far for him to outrun the winger, and he's brought down just inside the 22. But instantly you can see that this Harlequins attack are just going to allow Bristol to blitz them, and when the moment's right, they're going to hit the edge, hit the fringe, as Harlequins give away another penalty, holding on. Good work from Bristol to get themselves out of trouble. Just a 2-up tackle creates the space and forces everybody to bite in, and as they do, Harlequins go wide and on the outside. 12 minutes played, plenty of furious action without score. Scenes you love to see. Have we got any likes? Have we got any likes yet? None. Ouch. Wow. Let's see if we can get to 5 before half time. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? That'd be pretty cool. Get to 5 likes before half time. What else have we got? If you go down into the description as well, you can join the Discord. We've got a little bit of a Discord. It's a very fledgling Discord, as is the channel. But we do have a little bit of chat every now and again. So you're more than welcome to join us there. And of course you can follow us on Twitter as well. And Randall has a little snipe and he's broken through the hole. And he puts through. Oh, they're a metre out. And has Joyce got that down? Wayne Barnes' arm goes up, the whistle goes. It is a try for the Bearbacks. Oh, Randall, that was a cheeky little run. And then Kerr on the support line gets them a metre out. And Joyce is there just to pick and goo. And it's a try for Bristol. Oh, we're going to have a look upstairs. Does he knock it on? Nah, there's nothing wrong with that. Try's good. So it will stand 5-0 to the Bearbacks. But Harlequins, I think they've pretty much spent all of the second half of last season of winning games coming from behind. So they won't be too bothered. Louis C! Up the Bears! Up the Bearbacks indeed. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you? Good to see you. So 7-0 as the conversion goes through. Good. And it's just guards drifting off that caused that try. And as Randall snipes through, just beats the loose arm of the flailing tackler, and then he's in a 2-on-1 situation, and scrum halves don't waste them. Right, so kickoff long into the 22, and it's well chased, and Bristol will look to set up a couple of pods, get some better field position as Kerr bursts the line, and Randall then switches to blindside, and lovely flashy hands, soft hands to just navigate the trouble as the tackle's okay, and the ball goes forwards in the tackle, and so we'll have a Harlequins scrum. Well, ball tracking is just having a little moment there. I'm not really sure what's going on there. It wasn't a penalty try. It was just a normal try. I don't think it was a penalty try anyway. Was it a penalty try? Who knows? Chris Fooey, 14th consecutive appearance for the Bearbacks. More great space for Louis C with the sub as well. Let's go. Cheers, Louis. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Welcome in. Right then, and a penalty to Bristol. Well, he got one phase off the scrum, and Danny Kerr trying to dig it out and unable to, as Tomoso Allen gets well, it's crossing, isn't it? And then the Jackal's in. Yeah. So crossing is the call, and then Bristol will boot this downfield, and we'll have the line out just outside of the 22. Wow, wow, wow. So, Louis, thank you for the sub. I'm guessing you're a Bristol Bears fan. Whereabouts in the world are you? Let me know where you're from as well. It's always interesting to hear where you're from. We have a plethora of people from around the world, which is really cool. Anyway, Bristol looking to turn up the heat on this Harlequins defence as they look for quick front foot ball as they run through the forwards up to the 22 line. Bedlow out the back door, and there's more space. There's a 3-on-1, and it's a show, and oh, it's a filthy show and go. He sent him to the shops like my dad did 30 years ago. Who's that? That's it's Adelokun. I can't pronounce that. I think. So another 5 points. And it's just the age-old backdoor, and then a show and go sells everybody a pint of milk at the shops. And the Bears... Oh, it's Purdy, sorry. Oh, that's really annoying. So Purdy and Adelokun are wearing opposite jerseys on my team sheet. That's really annoying. Anyway, Purdy with the try. Sheedy with the conversion to come. See if he can stick 2 more points on this Harlequins team. I live up north, but I've been following and supporting the Bears for a while now because I love their style of play. It is a fabulous style of play. Pat Lamb's done a great job of really transforming this Bristol team. I remember when they were just Bristol Rugby Club and they were the laughing stock of the Premiership. Do you play at all, Louis? Is it Louis? Lewis, isn't it? Lewis. It's the posh way of spelling Lewis, isn't it? My bad. Do you play at all? If you do, who do you play for? You got a game this weekend? Love to hear about it. Anyway, Pietau, we've not really seen much of him as he carries up to the 22 from the kickoff. The conversion was good, by the way, as Kerr then has a little carry and into the centres for more crash ball, and Randall's seen enough and he slides this one up into the night sky, and it's back off White. O'Connor. Real injection of pace now that Bristol have found a little bit of comfort, got a bit of confidence about the way they play now. As a fan in the stands shouts, "Open your eyes." I've missed fans. I've missed fans so much. They just bring an extra dimension to the game, don't they? As Harlequins now kick, and Randall collects just inside his own half and is dragged up over halfway as the fans scream for a roll. And Sheedy sees the blitz in defence and just pops a chip in over the top and asks them to turn around and run back. No, it's actually Louis. You got it right first time. Common mistake. Fair enough. Oh, that's an amazing kick. He's found the 1 metre gap between the defender and the touchline and finds touch. Right, okay. A little bit of confusion there. I just had to work out what happened. Right, so the kick dotted down just in front of the 22. And Harlequins carried it back inside the 22 to take the throw. Took the throw quick and then kicked for touch. So it will be a Bristol line out inside Harlequins 22. Big mistake for Harlequins. Just put themselves under a huge amount of pressure. Right then, up and down and into the maul, and Bristol look to get this rolling fairly quickly, but Harlequins are going to have something to say about that as they move infield, and once is called. Bristol splinter left then, and are able to find a little bit of room, and now maybe just 8 metres outside of the Harlequins try line, and use it as the call, and Sheedy's soft hands, and then there's some width on offer, but there's work to be done as Adalokun tries to get the offload away, and it goes into touch. So great work from that Harlequins defence to scramble across. Great work from Green there. I've been harping on about the Prem final, haven't I? It wasn't the Prem final, was it? It was the semi-final. It's just come up on the screen. Exeter was the final. Right then. In it comes, and good contest in the air, and stripped by White. I mean, there was about 60 knock-ons in that line-out, but I do play rugby on the wing. Who'd you play for? I play for a little club in Bedfordshire called Dunstablians. It's nothing special. And I coach at a club also in Bedfordshire called Luton. As Adalokun tries to have a little dance inside the Harlequins 22, and Harding carries up now. Sinclair. And Randall has been played on the floor, and eventually Wayne Barnes awards the advantage. Sinclair then carries up towards Joe Marler, who's not really that interested in the tackle, if we're honest. Tomoso Allen making the tackle that time. I play for Chester Rugby, the under-16s. Nice. And who's that down? That's Tomoso Allen on the deck. Marcus Smith on the bench this evening. So you would expect him to make an appearance at some stage or in some capacity. As Bristol now 3 metres out, and it's Charles Piatow on the angle cutback run. 3 tries in 25 minutes, 19-0, and you can't see Sheedy missing this conversion. Well, Bristol Bearbacks have got their foot firmly on the Harlequins' throat. They have all but silenced this crowd that were, let's call them energetic before the game. And I tell you what, they need, if they can keep their foot on this Harlequins' throat, then this game is going to be a massacre. Right, we're going to have a look at this again. Are we going to have to look at every try? What's wrong with that? No, we're not. Ball's gone over the conversion, so we'll add the 2, and it's 21-0. Tomoso Allen is just getting some attention. I think he's going to go off for a HIA. As Marcus Smith is on the touchline getting ready, and just asks for a tackle shield to warm his shoulders up. Which position do you play in? I'm a bit of a everywhere. I play either fullback or blindside flanker. Sometimes 12. I do a little bit of everything. Mainly because I'm old and crippled and can't get around like I used to. I'd love to be in the backs, but I'm probably resigned to being a forward now. Right then. Bristol take the kickoff. So Marcus Smith's got a few minutes while we have the HIA. I'd imagine that he is, unless Alan fails the HIA, I imagine that Alan will come back on. I can't see them switching or stay in switch now, but Harlequins do need to change something up a bit as Marcus Smith organises these forwards pods. And Harlequins will get the penalty for tackle and not rolling away. Right, we've got 1 like. We're looking for 4 more likes before half time. We've got another 13 minutes to go before the half. Can we get to 5 likes before half time? That would be amazing. And of course, we are on the road to 800 subs. And we're not too far away at all. We're just 9 away. Most of the time I get murdered by the big lads. Yeah. It's an occupational hazard, isn't it? Then big lads love to hide out on the wing as well, because they want that winger coming running at them so they can knock you over. Oh, and it's a great line, and it's going to be a try, is it? No, he's just short of the line, and Marcus Smith has to scramble in, and now Bristol scrambling in defence, 2 metres out of the Quins, and it's Liner gets the try for the Harlequins in the corner. Great work from them. And it's been coming. A Harlequins try has been coming. But Bristol have been alive to the threat. But not on that occasion. All part of the fun, though. You're not wrong, buddy. You are not wrong. Love a bit of Bosch. Love a bit of Bosch. If you're not covered in stud marks, you haven't had a good game. That's what I say. Doesn't matter what position you play. Right then. Oh, it's a great it's a great pick up and shift on the ball as well to get it out to Liner and fix the defender. Doesn't even move his feet to fix the defender. Just holds onto it for just a second as he picks it off his ankles and ships it on. So that's Liner's 4th try of the season. So he is at the moment the leading try scorer as Marcus Smith looks to add the 2, and it's fired through like an absolute bullet from the touchline. And what a difference he has made to this Harlequins team in the 2 minutes he's been on the field. Great game so far. Loving it. It's an absolute firecracker, isn't it? Such a good reaction from Harlequins to having gone 21 points down, just to switch it up, and oh, it's such beautiful hands. Right, 21-7 in favour of Bristol. It's still anybody's game. 4 tries in 30 minutes. That's insane. Right then, Bristol then looking to get up and get back on the horse as they move the ball from left to right and up to the 10. And question marks about a knock on, but Wayne Barnes didn't see anything, so play on. Touch judge not giving him any assistance there either. So, Bristol then just looking to try and stress this defence from side to side. Great pick-up from Charlie Piatow, and Heenan having to ride the tackle of care to stay in touch. Bristol want this bonus point, and you think it's coming. It feels like it's coming, barring a mistake. Up comes Sinclair as the BT commentary team just looking to ask about a clear out. And Liner's taken out Heenan, but I think that's just a rugby incident. I don't think that's... Penalty advantage is coming. Will it be a yellow? Randall just wants to go and have a look at it, though. He's not interested. I think this is harsh. Liner doesn't know where the ball is. Heenan has just literally flown in over the top of him. Yeah. Yeah, that's a clever penalty. That's a penalty won as opposed to a penalty conceded, that one. But it's nothing more than that. And Bristol put the ball into the corner for the line out. Oh. Kerr just having a quick chat with his caller Thomas. And Bristol then are going to look to squeeze the fourth bonus point try out of this set piece as they get called once. Purdy into the back of it as well, just to try and help drive it on and use it is the cry. And Randall looking round for somebody to offer the ball to. O'Connor carries up, cleaned out by Sheedy, and a penalty for off feet. And Harlequins survive this time. I tell you what. And then chit-chat from Bristol. So they will be marched another 10 metres outside of the 22 now. And we're going to try and find touch. He's a Esterhazen, big lad. He's given it an absolute thump to the 22, but it's just straight down Pietau's throat, who will jog up to the 10 and lift this one for Marcus Smith to have a little look at, who gets slotted, and we will lose that forward. Are you into football? I am. I'm into all sports. I would watch competitive tiddlywinks if it was on offer. I support my hometown, Newcastle United. How about you? Who's your team? Who's your team, and what are your thoughts on the new FIFA? I don't like it, if I'm honest. I don't like the new FIFA. I think it's poo. But there you go. Right, brave move from Marcus Smith. Has a little look where his defenders are, and he thinks, oh shit, I'm going to get slotted here. But he takes it anyway, and gets his step off, and beats that first defender. Great work from him. He's a quality little operator. I don't think he's international ready yet, though. I think he's good. I think he needs a little bit more time before he's international ready. Cynical, I know. And I know he had a Lions game, and he looked okay in the Lions game. But no, I still think he needs just a little bit more experience. Maybe a European Cup run. You support Newcastle, bloody hell, you must be buzzing, pal. Oh, mate, I've brought like 3 camels today. Oh, and the offload's gone forwards, and Bedlow can't believe it. And it will be a scrum for Harlequins. Is it forward? I tell you what. That's not forward, you know. That's harsh. You support Liverpool. Well, that's alright, because that's like pretty... If you're Chester, that's pretty much going to be your... It's either that or Everton, really, isn't it? I don't blame you for supporting Liverpool. I don't mind people supporting like their local teams. It's when you get some hillbilly from Maidenhead who's supporting Man United because back in 99 they won the treble, and they've supported them ever since then. And you go, nah, behave yourself. What's the matter with you? And there's width for Harlequins, and Green is firing up the wing, and here comes Murley, who's absolutely slotted 7 metres out. And Quins are on the front foot as Bristol scramble back in defence. Using the forwards now to get a little bit of front foot. But they're driven back to the 22 by this Bristol defence. Marcus Smith plays 9 before moving round to the short side. Oh, he wants a little runner off his shoulder and it's not there and it goes out the back to ground. But Harlequins are able to get hold of that. Yep, it was either that or Man United. And to be fair, I made the right choice. You're not wrong. You are not wrong, Louis. Being a Man United fan is indefensible. Right then. Harlequins then, just a little bit of ball going to ground, but they are able to recover them fairly comfortably. Just a little bit of poor hands and bounce passes causes them 1 or 2 issues. 4 minutes left of the half as Harlequins now have been driven back to almost back to the 10. They've lost maybe 30 metres and then they knock it on and everybody's trying to dive on this ball, and there's about 20 knock-ons from Harlequins before Bristol get it away, and O'Connor thumps it downfield where there's some space. Is it going to be a 50-22? Oh, it's a metre outside the 22. Do you reckon Ole will go? No, they love him too much. They're going to give him the Fergie treatment, aren't they? They're going to give him sort of 5 years to do anything, and if it doesn't happen, then they'll get rid of him. But they need that stability, so I think they'll keep hold of Solskjaer for a while. In my opinion. He'll probably get sacked in the morning. Him and Steve Bruce. I mean, I'd be amazed if Steve Bruce survives the weekend. Right. So Harlequins on their own 22 after all of that hard work. And the maul is sacked before it can get going. So all legal. And the caterpillar is set for Danny Kerr to punch this into the Friday night air. 2 minutes left on the clock as Adeolokun goes up for it. And great counter-rucking from Harlequins, but an absolute masterclass in how to defend a ruck. Grab hold of his shirt. Grab hold of your teammate's shirt. That way, wherever you go, he goes. As Adeolokun was slid back by the Harlequins defence. Right, Randall then sets up a bit of a caterpillar, but he fakes and puts it through to Sheedy, who sees the 50-22 is on and he gets it. Gets the 50-22. So we will have a Bristol line out deep in Harlequins half. Who do you want to want Newcastle to buy now they have all that cash? I don't really. I think if you just go and sign big name players, if you look at what happened to Man City when they started out, or when their new owners started out, they didn't really do all that. They just went and splurged cash on random great names, and it didn't work. You need to build a team, and I think you've got to throw some money at Saint-Maximin to keep hold of him, and then you probably want to start building some partnerships around the park. And it's a great kick from Sheedy, but we are coming back for the penalty, so it'll still be Bristol's ball. Just closing the gap at the line out. And given that position, Bristol are going to take the points. Surely Steve Bruce is going to go now. Oh, he's got to. I'd be amazed if he survives the weekend. For his sake, and for the service he's done to the club, I'd like him to get his 1,000th game as a manager this weekend. I think that would be harsh if they sack him in the morning. I mean, I don't think they are going to now, but yeah. I think he's got to go. He's got to go. He's just not the right. He's just not the right manager for that club. Right, Sheedy looking to take us into half time with 3 points. And he does comfortably. Right. So, as we so often do, we're going to take a short break for me to drain the main vein and get myself a fresh drink. And yeah. In the meantime, what we'll do is we will... What have we got? Yeah, we've got some stats we can look at. There you go. We'll leave you with some stats, some halftime stats, and I'll be back in just a few minutes' time. Don't go anywhere. Louis, I'm enjoying the conversation, so stay with me, brother. fuck? I've had no sound on all that time. I've been chit-chatting away. Right. Well, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? What an absolute plum. Let's see if we can do all of that again then. I'm such an idiot. Right, let's go and find that clip again. And then I'll explain what I was looking at. How embarrassing. Oh, right, I thought it was a joke. No, I'm just an absolute fucking dimwit. XRP place. No. I was scared my phone was broken. No, it's just me being an idiot. Oh, Chris Robshaw's at the game as well. 1 year on, former Queen's captain returns to a packed out stoop for a well-deserved send-off. Oh, fair play, fair play. Second half is about to get underway. But before we do, we'll have a quick look at this try. And what I was commenting on earlier. Right then. Okay. Right then, so what I was explaining a minute ago with no sound, because I'm a fucking idiot, is basically this is a beautiful try. This is the third Bristol try. And what we can see here is Sheedy taking the ball on, and we've got a huge disconnect in the defence. And we've got two forwards here that are going to look to exploit this hole as dummy runners. And in doing that, cause almost the entire Harlequins line to bite in on them. So you see here you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders biting in on these two, and it's out the back door creating the space. By creating that space, we cause a 2-on-1 here, and then through onto a 3-on-1 here, which they don't even need to use because a filthy show and go from Purdy is in and over the line. That's what I wanted to explain there. Didn't do it very well because I didn't have any fucking sound on. Right, advantage Bristol Bears. We are almost ready to get back underway. Callum Sheedy looking to set us off. It might have started where you are, but it hasn't. It hasn't started where we are. I need to go. Bye. All right. Thanks for jumping in, and we'll see you in a bit. Right then, so we are back off and underway at the stoop. And instantly, Danny Kerr rolls this back inside the 22 for the kick. And there's a foot in touch, is it? No, not given by the line out. By the line-out. And Charlie Piatal will carry up as they spread it wide to the wings. And space opening up for Bristol. So they're up and over halfway. Can't see if Tomoso Allen has come back on or gone off. Holmes picks Danny Kerr up and carries him up over the 10. And great work from Sinclair there. Soft hands to feed his outside man. And Sheedy is caught by Smith. So I'm guessing that Allen has failed his HIA. And Bristol just about able to secure possession again as they once again look to stretch this defence. Right then. Sheedy moving it out to the far side now. Real emphasis on width from Bristol, and they do sneak around the edge for a second, but Purdy able to get the ball out of the bottom of a failing ruck, and Sinclair now carries up to the 10. And again, Holmes just about able to find Piatow. Great stretching arm from him as they hit this near touchline now and fire it out to the opposite wing. Randall's absolutely fucked. Randall's done. He's done about 6 widths of the pitch in about 40 seconds and is knackered. So Sheedy puts boot to ball and doesn't find touch, but it's about 1 metre out, right in the corner. So Green will take the pass and will find touch in between 10 and halfway. Good start from Bristol. Just giving. Well, it went out way before halfway, but the line out was conducted on halfway, an advantage coming for Bristol. Bedlow is absolutely slotted, and we're coming back for in at the side for the penalty. Louis, have you watched the new James Bond movie? I'm watching it this weekend. I haven't yet. It's on my to-do list. It's finding time to go to the cinema, though, isn't it? I mean, I want to go to the cinema to see it because, 1, you want that big screen experience, and 2, you feel a bit sorry for cinemas over the last couple of years. They've had a bit of a rough ride, as have we all. But, yeah, I don't often go to the cinema. It's a bloody expensive night out, isn't it? Anyway, right. Sheedy just about fires this penalty into the 22. And instructions shared between forwards and backs as they slowly make their way up. And Randall looks fucked, I think, to say the least. As goes to the back pod, and it's a little peel and stolen by the Quins at the breakdown. Oh, it was a beautiful little set piece move from the Bears, and hasn't really come out as they would have wanted. I hear it's really good. I've heard it's really good as well, mate. I've heard it's cracking. I'm looking forward to seeing it, if I'm honest. Anyway, Danny Kerr puts boot to ball and finds touch just outside of his own 22. It just doesn't quite come out quickly enough, and Sinclair on the inside, and oh, sorry, it's not Sinclair on the inside, is it? It's a Delicun. Anyway, Sheedy gets a bit of a hospital pass, but offloads to Bedlow. Vui runs hard and gets the offload off the deck to Sheedy, who keeps the play alive. O'Connor up into the carry. More forward carriers from the Bears. Vui again. And Harlequins at the minute just repelling this Bristol defence, and Randall goes off his feet and gives away the penalty. Well, that's sloppy, but that's what happens when you're tired. Anyway, Marcus Smith fires this downfield and doesn't find touch. Purdy will smash this into Green's basket, and he's going to have a pick up pace and have a good old run at the props. It didn't work out for him. Lauder pops off to Smith, and there's space opening up for Liner. Sees the wide man well out wide, and it's Liner on the return pass under the posts. Try number 2 for the Quins. He cannot stop scoring, can he? He's on fire at the minute. Great support line from him to follow up his pass. It was a long, wide, lofted pass, and he worked hard to get back in to the line and reload. And as he does, he's there on the support line for the next, for Oosterhuizen, who was out on the wing, and easy pickings for the Quins. Beautiful try. So 12-24, but Marcus Smith ain't going to miss this, and he doesn't. It's now 24-14, just a 10-point game. As Quins reel them in. Last 6 games, Lewis Lynham, 1 against Newcastle. Oh, I didn't read that fast enough. Yeah, it's a great well worked try. Wow. This game is on. This game is on. I'm guessing that's Liner's dad in the stand. That they keep right, so Harlequins find touch off the kickoff, and Bristol go quick, and Pietau caught out a little bit, and Purdy now in a spot to bother himself. And advantage coming for Quins. Have they stole it? No. But it's Joe Marler with the steal. Great work from him at the... Oh, sorry, is it... Or is it Don Brandt? Might be Don Brandt. Anyway, Marcus Smith fires this into the corner. If you haven't hit like on the stream so far, I'd love it if you could, by the way. Welcome in one and all. 2 of us in here, and we've still just on the 1 like. It'd be amazing if we could get a couple more. Liner is incredible at the mo. You are not wrong, buddy. He's on fire. Where's he from? Is he English? Let's have a little goosey gander. I can't remember if he's English or not. Don Brandt then at the front of the mall instructing. He's Italian. Oh. He's Italian, but looks like he's spent most of his life in England. Right then. 7 is going to the bin in a minute. Not yet though. And Harlequins just battering away on the Bristol Bears try line. Kerr doesn't find Smith, and now Green has to find some room, and he's trying to get Connor on the outside, and there's Liner again on the inside line. Finds a metre or 2. Kerr goes short side. Don Brandt gets the offload away. Oosterhuizen shoves off the Bristol defender, and we've got a few little handbags afterwards. But it's game on. It's another try for the Quins. Oosterhuizen this time with it. 4th in 21 matches. And Bristol having someone go to the bin. Who's that going to the bin? That's Heenan. Oh, insult to injury. As Wayne Barnes is trying to get him to come over to administer it. And finally, he does, and points to the bin. And Heenan will have a 10-minute breather that he probably didn't want. Well, it's a great step in from Liner. Just forces the space outside. And Don Brandt knows he's going to get tackled. And Oosterhuizen just drops the shoulder. It's a shoulder-to-shoulder barge, and then Oosterhuizen decides that he's going to give him a little pat on the head. Right then. With the kick. And it's no good. It's no good. So, it's a 5-point game. Right then. So, 14 Quins is going to go off by the looks of it. So, liner going off. Who's coming on? Coventry's team said, oh, it's a surprise he's coming off, but his dad's worried about him having to buy a jug if he scores a hat-trick. I'm off now, but I might pop back in a bit, hoping that Pietau has scored a hat-trick in a bit. Yeah, you're not wrong, buddy. He's had a quiet evening. He's due some moment of magic, as he does carry up here just short of halfway. Sheedy then feeds... Who's that? Bedlow. And Pietau out wide, and Adeolokun up at halfway. Bristol not really going anywhere at the minute, but they won't mind that, as Sinclair takes a ball he wasn't expecting. Northmore is on for Lynham, and Chisholm is on for Lauday. As Sheedy dinks one over the top, and Oosterhuizen collects, and Chisholm gets it off to Kenningham, and now Harlequins up and over the 10 and on the front foot, and got a real fire about them at the minute. As Dombrandt beats the first tackler and then gets the offload, and it's one-on-one for Smith and Sheedy, and the offload to Kane and Murley. Kerr has picked it up quick and's got no options, so fires it wide, and Green's there, and the offload goes to Deck, which is slapped to... Oh, and then it's knocked on. Oh, and offside. So it's going to be a penalty for Harlequins, but after the half they just put on the gas. Who was that? That was Marchant out wide. And all of that just from a chip from Sheedy that didn't go to Bristol's hands, and then Harlequins just absolutely capitalised on the mistake. Smith absolutely does Sheedy for pace and completely unlocks him. And then gets... Oh, I'll tell you what. Who's that? Who was that? Harding for Bristol. 2 consecutive tackles on Smith and Murley. Really saved the day for him there. And then Kerr's pressure on, I think, Murley. Puts the mockers on the whole thing. Great running line from Smith and Dombrandt to recognise the offload was on. Right then. Dombrandt, 4 carries, 45 metres made, 15 tackles, 2 turnovers. He's had an outstanding game. And yet, I don't think he's man of the match. That's a madness, isn't it? He's done a good amount of everything, and I don't think he's going to be man of the match. Right then. If you're new here, welcome in. Harlequins 19, Bristol 24. Harlequins got a scrum on the Bristol 5. Of course, don't forget to smash that like button as well. Let's see if we can get to 5 likes by the end of the game. That would be amazing. And of course, if you haven't hit that sub button, please do. As Care tries to find Oosterhuizen, but hands like dildos. And Wayne Barnes blows his whistle, awards Harlequins the penalty for handbags, as Sheedy's trying to calm everything down. Marla and Sinclair are having a cuddle. And Wayne Barnes says, "Oi, boys, I've come to join the cuddle. What's going on?" Right, so we're going to have a scrum down. And Harding just causes that with a little shove on Smith, and then all of the Quins forwards pile in. So now they were about to relieve the pressure, and now they've had it all piled back on from one silly mistake. Well. Right, here we go. This crowd revving up the Quins now. They feel like they're right back in this. They went a bit quiet in the first half when they went 3 scores down. But bonus points alive for both teams. As the scrum moves forward and the arm surely is about to shoot out, but it doesn't. Don Brandt picks and goes and is repelled by O'Connor, and there's an option on for... Who's that? It's Northmore. Fresh off the bench. Spins in for the try. It's 24 apiece. The absolute scenes. Harlequins have the bonus point. They've come back from the dead again. How many times can they do... They seem to do this every week. Harlequins just don't turn up in the first half and then turn it all on in the second half. It's become their blueprint. It's sadistic as fuck. Right, conversion time. It's probably going to go through. It's an absolute sitter. And Harlequins, for the first time in the game, will take the lead. 26-24. They were 21-0 down. A huge gaping hole, and Bristol defenders scrambling to get in, and just creates the space for Northmore. It's a well-worked try. Austin Healy calling it a set play. I don't think it was. I don't think you play for defenders to be completely absent and then scramble back in. Anyway, Northmore on the ball. Has a little show and go, and Carod's off and Collier's on. And Care fires this one up just a couple of inches inside. Touch, and Pietau will take the ball on. Randall fires it out to Sheedy. Leua has a carry up in midfield, and Marla again with the steal. Great work from him. And Harlequins massively on the front foot as Smith stabs one through, and 3 chasers put Pietau to ground, and he's just able to keep his feet long enough for supporting attackers to come and clean out. Chisholm felt like the ball was out, so he had a run round, and Wayne Barnes sends him packing, so he sprints back into the line, and a knock on from Bristol, and now it's going to be another try for Quins. Unbelievable scenes at the Stoop. What am I seeing? This is a madness. This is a madness. He's never scored in the Premiership, are the words from the commentators in my ear. Will Collier, first try in 135 appearances. He's getting a jug. He's getting a jug. This has been electrifying. How many have we had now? 8 tries in 50 minutes. It's an absolute try fest. It's a repeat of the semi-final all over again. Harlequins were dead and buried. And then somehow they've done an undertaker. Bristol Bears were taking them to the morgue and they've sat up off the gurney. And Bristol Bears have shit their pants. Good God. What a game. This is an absolutely mental game. Well, if you're enjoying this game as much as I am, smash that like button, smash subscribe. We're back. We do watch-alongs every week. Come and join us for some more of this absolute mayhem and carnage that is the Gallagher Premiership. We're 8 away now from our target of 800. If we could get there tonight, that would be something spectacular as well. That would be as good as the game, if I'm honest. Right then. Right, Randall's come off. Poor lad is blowing out of his arsehole. Uren is on. Pepe Luiwi, as we like to call him here on the stream. Oh. Don't forget, of course, we have got the poll still running. Who's winning this? At the minute, you guys were right. 70% of you thought Quins were going to win this bad boy. And it looks like they're going to. As there you go. Look at that red zone efficiency. First half, Harlequins 1.4. Bristol 3.43. Second half, 6.50 for Bristol. It's a tale of two halves. There's a question mark about height, but Wayne Barnes is happy with it. It was a big old shot. And Bristol now looking to fight back a little bit. But they still... Quinn steal ball and Marler will pick and go. It's Esterhazen this time with the steal. And Danny Kerr will get this caterpillar set and get it up into the Friday night sky. Backwards goes the ball and Bristol just able to recover. And Pepe Luiwi is fired that to nobody, but Bristol still have the ball. But again, Harlequins are over ball and Bristol just able to cling on. Lesleur fires a pass so far behind his man that he ends up knocking it on, and Holmes, poor lad, is going to get the blame for that, but shit hands coming to him. 15 minutes left on Heenan Simbin, and what a difference 10 minutes makes. Right, another sub for the Barebacks. Looks like we've got a few changes coming. Lloyd coming on for Adelokin, and Max Lutif is going to come on at tight head for Sinks. Oh no, the BT Sports are going up to Pat Lam. Pat Lam not too happy, I think is the synopsis of this chat. Yeah, he's pissed. He's not a happy man. Pat Lam wanted to play ball in hand, and he's getting annoyed with the amount they're kicking the ball away. Right. Right then, so we've got a Harlequins scrum just inside the Bristol half. And we're going to have a little bit of reset, and as the new front rows get themselves set in. Well, it said Sinclair's come off. Sinclair's still on the pitch. And Latif's gone to Loosehead. So, apologies for the error there. So, who's come off? It's Jan Thomas that's come off. Right then. Quins then get the scrum penalty. And Smith fires the crossfield kick on a shot to nothing. And Merley opens up. And again, this green with the gas. It's green with too much gas. It's another try for the Harlequins. What are we fucking seeing? This is outrageous. Holy moly. Wow. Yeah, the scrum forces Bristol narrow because they're being rolled backwards. Smith recognises it, pops the crossfield kicking because he knows he's got the advantage, slips it in Merley's basket, who heads down the touchline 2-on-1 with Green, and Green is in for the try. Bath Bites on Twitter says, "Fuck me sideways." You're not wrong, buddy. Wow. I mean, I know I might have been saying that Smith perhaps not internationally ready, maybe is a little bit undercooked. 40 points since he's been on the pitch tonight. I'm happy to admit I'm wrong when I'm wrong, you know what I mean? Right then, we're back off underway. And now, Bristol, having been so in control of this game, have it all to do. But they are up on the Harlequins 22 with the ball. Sheedy, not got a lot of options. Thacker carries up then. Liu out the back door, and space out wide for Bristol if they can utilise it, but they're shut down quickly, and Don Brandt's over the ball and is eventually asked to let go as he loses his footing as Sinclair opens up the backdoor option this time, and Thacker carries, and he's a little bit isolated, but Charles Piatow is there to clean things up for him. Sinclair. Sheedy again overutilising this backdoor option as they can't find a way through this Harlequins defence. Thacker again looking to chalk up those carries early on in his appearance this evening. And O'Connor and Purdy down to the 5 metre line. And Green will steal. And that's the story of the evening, really. Oh, we've lost ball tracking. I don't know what's gone on with this. Tyrone Green. I mean, that's pretty much the story of Bristol's second half. Find yards, get turned over. Bath bites and rugby on crack. I mean, he's not wrong, is he? Right. We will come back to ball tracking. We will try and bring ball tracking back. We've just lost it for a second there. I do apologise. I'm not quite sure what's gone on. Wow. 5 tries from 15 minutes. That is mental. "38 points in the 40 minutes Marcus Smith has been on the pitch. It's crazy. And now they kick downfield and find touch for the line out. 38-24 is the current score. Right then, so your end. Well, Nathan Hughes on the pitch now as he carries up for Bristol. Sinclair on the carry now. Right. We haven't got ball tracking at the minute, but we have got some. Right, we've got a knock on. There we go. We've got some stats. That'll do. Anyway. So it's going to be a Harlequins scrum. Yeah, and just Sheedy, a little bit naive at the minute, is what BT Sports are saying. Just showing Quins that he's not a threat and just allowing the defenders to drift off him. Needs to probably have just a couple of occasional carries just to suck those defenders in. So 12 minutes left on the clock. 14 points the difference. Plenty of action coming up as well across the weekend. We're not live tomorrow, but we are back Sunday. So if you've got a suggestion for a game you want us to watch on Sunday, do let us know. Who's playing Sunday? Let's have a little look on rugbykickoff.com. Sunday, Scarlets Munster, Saracens Women Exeter Chiefs Women, Wasps Northampton, Wasps Ladies Gloucester Hartpury. Oh, Stade Francais Clermont. We might do that late doors as well. We might have 2 on Sunday then. We'll probably do Scarlets Munster and Stade Francais Clermont, if that's what you want to see. If not, we'll do another one. Whatever you want. You're the bosses here, not me. Okay. So we've got a Quins scrum then for the knock on. We've got 12 minutes left. We're 3 likes away from our target of 9. if you haven't hit that like button, go on, be a daredevil. Give it a little tap. As well, if you haven't hit the sub button as well, let's see if we can get to... Well, let's not be too bold. Let's not be too bold. Right, so Quins holding steady this time with the scrum, and Dombrandt told to use it by Wayne Barnes in this space out wide again as Bristol scramble across to close down Murley. And Smith then, well, question marks about forward from Smith to Chisholm, but referee says play on. As Dombrandt is able to smuggle that away to Esterhuizen. Quins are running absolute riot as Marchant then up the far side touchline. Back to Esterhuizen. And a penalty to Quins, not rolling away. There's just so much pressure on Bristol now. So difficult for them to get any good work done. 6 tries to 3. And Quins are not done yet. Second half missed tackles. 3 for Harlequins. 13 for Bristol. Quins are looking to stamp their authority on this league. They are saying, come and look at us, because we are the champions and we want to go again. What a turnaround in the last 18 months for this club, because let's be fair, they were at best a mid-table club 2 years ago, and now look at them go as they drive this maul towards the line. It swims around the back. They are able to get the ball available though as it all comes crashing down. And Marler carries up now. He's had an amazing game. Smith in the pocket. Dribbles one through. It's going to be a Smith try. It is. Of his own creation. The master himself spots the space, wants to dink it. It's not on first time, so he checks his feet, creates the space for the kick, and then follows it in himself and scores. Great work. 29th Premiership try in 107 games. I mean, let's be honest, he has changed his game dramatically in the last 2 years. He used to be the one that was desperate to run the ball himself. I think that's the first time I've seen him create a play on his own. He's matured so much over the last 2 years. He is a great player. Right then. 45-24. 7 minutes left on the clock. Bristol are done. Bristol have been felled again. And Harlequins are off again. They've broke through. It's a 2-on-2. Missed tackles all over the shop. Oh, it's a forward pass. It's going to be called back for forward. They're going to score it. But I think it's going to get undone. Quins score again. Straight from the kickoff. 50 points are on the board, but I think they're going to get chalked off. Scott Steele with the try. 9th in 73 appearances. I don't think it's getting chalked. I don't think they're going to have a look at it, you know. I think they're going to just call it fine. Dombrandt with the little offload. That's forward for me. All day. Oh. Yeah, Austin Healy calling it forward as well. I'm in agreement. It's a rare time I'm in agreement with Austin Healy, but yeah, I think that's forward. That's a mile forward. Hold the kick. Hold the kick comes to TMO. The TMO to save the day for the Bearbacks. Oh, the boos ring out around the stands, and you can understand why. Just trying to get the right angle. The TMO just wants to show Barnsley this, and you can't not. It comes out the hands forward, everything forward. He has one look at it. He doesn't need to have a couple of looks at it. It's one look at it and he's called it forward. So it was very clearly forward. So right decision in the end, and that's what we want to see. That's what the TMO is there for. Good work from him. Bristol can still have a beer at the minute if they can survive the next 6 minutes without conceding 5 points. Keep it under 50, Bristol. How often have we said that about a Bristol Bears team? Keep it under 50. Marler off, Baxter on. What a game he's had. He's had a phenomenal game. Need to start thinking about my man of the match, don't I? So many options. Smith, Dombrandt, Marler. Liner. You could give it to 1 to 15 in this Harlequins team. To be fair, tonight they didn't turn up in the first half an hour, but in the second half they have been absolutely magic. Somebody snuck in with another vote on the poll. The 73% of you now think it's going to be a Harlequins win. Let's end that poll there. But yeah, 72% of you thought Quins. 27% of you thought Bristol. Not quite sure what YouTube's logic is on that, but there we go. It is what it is. Okay. Esterhazen, yeah, there's another one they're calling there. He's had a great game. Tyrone Green's been on fire. Alex Dombrandt, they've given it to Dombrandt. I agree with that, you know. Yo, TK! Welcome in, brother. How are you doing? Good to see you. You have missed an absolutely electrifying game. Bristol Bears were 21-0 up within 30 minutes. And somehow they have still been absolutely annihilated by Harlequins. It's been the comeback. It's been the comeback since the last Harlequins comeback, and Dombrandt gets the interception, and it's being chased down by Sheedy, who won't be able to do enough. It will be 50 for Quins. Dombrandt with the score. I'm only just got in from work. Mate, it's 9:30. Have you been partying in the office again? I wanna party with you all night. Is that what you've been doing in the office? 50 points, 25th try and 60 appearances for Dombrandt. Oh, shut the front door. I only just saw the score now. Yeah, man. Bristol were 21-0 up. They went in at half time 24. I want to say 24-12, you know. And then Harlequins came out in the second half and just ripped up the rule book. Right. This has got to go through the sticks as well, hasn't it? It's so close. No, I'm on holiday from now, so I had to make sure everything was okay. All right, no worries, mate. I see you. Wanna party with you? Yeah, I see you. Harlequins, most tries for a forward. Don Brandt goes past Nick Easter. Jesus. Good job, BT gave him man of the match after that. Right, there we go. Marcus Smith slides it through. 52-24. They're already dead, Harlequins. Like, just stop. 10 of us in here. Let's get them likes up. I know, man. Let's get some likes on this. 2 likes. Lewis C. No. How have Bristol bottled this? But fair play to Quins. What a comeback. Oh, Louis, mate. It's been an absolute madness. It's been crazy. 3 likes up there. Let's go. Thank you, TK, for bringing that up. I do appreciate. Of course, if you love a bit of FIFA, and you like a bit of FIFA YouTube, Louis, this might be up your street. I know you're a bit of a football fan. Check out TKHD. Top quality FIFA content creator right there. One of the best. As Green chases after this, but the bounce doesn't go kindly for him, and he knocks that on. And, well, geez Louise, man. Pat Lamb crying for Wayne Barnes just to blow the whistle, and it ends this annihilation. Good God. Right. Oh, you little cutie. Thanks, mate. No worries, mate. Credit where credit's due. Credit where credit is due, sweetheart. He's also live this evening, are you not? With a bit of champs, is it? So, last 20 seconds left on the clock. Yeah, I'm just setting up now, mate. Bristol, what a terrible start to the season. Comfortably beaten by Sarries, smashed by Wasps, and now this. Look, I wouldn't worry too much about it. There's TK's link if you want to go and check out TK. Yeah, don't worry too much about it. There's plenty of time left in this season. There's a long way to go. And there's plenty of time for Bristol to bounce back as they give away another penalty on halfway right in front of the posts. It's not going to be a kick to goal, surely. The full-time clock has gone. You would imagine that just going to kick this out, which they do. Smith puts an end to it all. It's all done. Adulation for Quins. Decimation of the Bearbacks. The scenes at the Stoop. Unreal. 21-0 down to come back. And they haven't just won the game. They have grabbed the Vaseline. They haven't even grabbed the Vaseline, have they? They've gone in dry on Bristol Bears. They've just lent them forward and pushed in. Good gravy. Right. Okay. That's it. Right, that is all we have time for. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sticking with us. What a great game of rugby. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. We have the royal we, me, myself and I. But yeah, thank you ever so much for sticking around. Do join us again on Sunday. If you haven't already hit the sub button and be notified when we go live. Good stream, mate. Thank you, TK. Okay, we will see you a little bit later, and as always, face down, ass up. That's the way we like to rock.